Hey YouTubers, Team Borders United here doing a deck profile for Altoona Regionals, 23rd place, here with Trey. We're here at Games King, Sioux City, Iowa, doing the deck profile, and Trey's going to be giving us his deck that he plays with, the Zombie Lightsworn. So anyways, go ahead.
With no Minerva.
With no Minerva,
no
unfortunately.
Because I didn't have to borrow yours that you were going to buy.
Alright, so go ahead.
First off, the matchup sucked. ABCs is an awful match for this deck. Everything else is pretty good.
Okay.
Got
go.
3 riding, one of your best normal summons in the entire deck. You just ride Milth 4, it's essentially JD, and it's a tuner. You run 3 of it because it's good. Nobody runs Lumina. I really like Lumina because I prefer to run Michael and Black Rose, which you will see later, which it's just good. It also fixes hands by sending like Mizuki and Wolf to grave. The sackiest card in the game. You mill one of these off of any of your effects, it's Wolf, you start going nuts. The other sackiest card in the game, 3 Snow, because it's Snow and you're a 60 card deck, so you run 3 of it. Hat Tricker, because it's a combo extender and you can make Nat Beast. It also makes making Trish really easy, which both of those things make people upset. 3 Solitaire, because Zombie Swarms, the Mizuki, the Unizombie engine is really good at making level 8s and rank 4s.
Are you going from Gandhi to Hitler with $5?
And there was a point in time where I made the Honor Arc against a Drident, and he couldn't handle it, so it baited out the Drident pop, and then I was able to clear his board and essentially win from there. Which is weird, because most people think, like, summon Solitaire, make Omega, snatch a card out of the hand, but you can do many more things with it. 3 Mizuki, because it's Mizuki and there's zombies in the deck. It's stupid. Double Unizombie, because 3 you don't want to open it up in your hand, and you can mill one of it really easily, so having 2 of it felt really nice. Most people only run 1 Spirit Master. I like 2 because with the Omega you can keep recycling it and keep popping stuff in their field. Double Ghost Ogre. I saw this a lot against Zodiac, and whenever they had Barrage. Every time they had Barrage, I saw Ghost Ogre. I don't have Max C in this deck, so it was good that I saw Ghost Ogre. You run the Brilliant Engine. I'm poor and I don't want to shell out money for Garnet. This is good enough. Your 4th Wolf makes things stupid. Sometimes, very rarely, I've had it to be where whenever this dies, I target one of the Hat Trickers, and then I have a Glow Bolt Engrave, and I have a way to make Trish or Nat Beast off of that, but that happens very seldom. The one of Lila, because I like the slightly bigger Lightsworn engine, and that was with the Luminas, so I cut her down to 1. One of Goblinberg, because searching it off of Rhoda or opening it up with a Wolf in hand is an instant rank 4, and it fixes your hands. Minerva, people don't give her enough respect for fixing things. There have been times where I activate Solar Recharge, draw 2, send her for cost, mill 3, and those first 2 mills are trash, and the 3rd one is like a Snow or a Wolf or something, and it makes everything great. The aforementioned Glow Bulb, Synchros, just Trish, essentially. Thrasher, because you have the one of Rhoda, and if you get Rhoda, you can search, depending on the state of the game, is if it's first, you can search Thrasher and make some rank 4s, make Tsukiyomi and just fix a ton of stuff, or you search for the Goblinberg and fix anything else. 60 cards, it's stupid.
Was that the best card of the deck?
It's the nuts. You open this up in Brilliant Fusion, and you see your opponent's heart just kind of shatter, because you send usually 2 to 3 wolves with this alone, and then you have Brilliant Fusion essentially just a foolish burial for the deck, and then you get the extra normals as a bonus. Since you're running the bigger Lightsworn engine, Solar Recharges, it's a really good card. I keep making the argument, give any other deck that card and see how hard it breaks it. You run Norden because it's still legal. You want to see instant fusion?
Yeah.
Like,
it's good.
It's good. Brilliant Fusion engine, Foolish Burial, extra normal summon, really good. I wanted 3 Twin Twisters, but Nolan, my friend, gave his 4th one to somebody else who was at the regional. Just
Nolan.
Yeah, the person that topped last time. He let somebody else borrow the 3rd one, and I was perfectly fine with running 2. I'm used to running 2, but it would have been really nice to see it just a little bit more. And it, again, ditches dead cards out of your hand, and it's good. better Rhoda, mills 3. There have been times where I've milled 2 wolves off of that in the first turn of the game, and then you just add Raiden, and your opponent just kind of gets upset. Double Raigeki Dark Hole. And yes, I said that backwards for a reason, because all of I said it backwards for a reason because it's just stupid. I like the 3 board clears because it makes people sad, like especially Zodiacs, because there was the small time where people were playing the My Bodies, and they're still probably playing them in the side decks, but they never run it game 1. Run of Rhoda because you can add Raiden, Thrasher, Goblinberg, win harder, sending Glow Up Bulb or whatever else you need, or even just a wolf. It's a free draw off of anything, and it can actually fix hands. And if you open it up, you can make Tsukiyomi, discard this. Like, you can essentially just have this be the only card in hand, discard this off of Tsukiyomi, draw 2, and then shuffle this back in a deck, and then use your 3 off of Tsukiyomi.
$7 to $8 off.
Then
We'll work something out.
I didn't know which one I wanted to run more, so I ran one of each, and it was perfectly fine. And then I had other stuff in the side deck. Then this card was pretty okay. I probably would cut it down to 1, or I might take it out. It did fine at the regional. It was just kind of whenever I saw it in my hand. And then that comes out to a giant 60-card deck.
60 cards.
And then the extra deck is pretty self-explanatory. Norden, because again, Norden is still legal for whatever reason. Seraphonite, because of Brilliant Fusion. You're a light deck, you want to fix your hands. Honor Arc, because Nolan has convinced me that Honor Arc is still a stupidly good card, as I mentioned. I made it against a Zodiac player who had a Dryden on board. I don't know why he didn't pop one of my other 2, because I thought he was probably thinking about what I was going into. So I baited the pop onto this, so he had to burn through all 3 destructions of it. I didn't get to steal anything, but it was just a good way to bait out just destruction effects. Dinosaurs scared me a lot going into this, so I tried making Dweller whenever I could against the dinosaurs, but only ran into 1.
And by the way, weren't you rolling 6s?
Emerald is stupid, still, even like outside of Zodiacs and just combos.
For everything.
I think you could definitely.
Even if you like mill, you run the 1 of Gem Knight. So if you mill that, you can shuffle it back with Emerald and just fix everything. Castell, because I had somebody drop Necro Valley on me, made a Castell, and then I just continued to steamroll from there. Utopia package, the card is stupid, you just hurt people.
Yes, I want to be there. Do they allow, like,
You stop them from being able to do anything against you, and you just swing through everything. Nat Beast, you make this turn 1 against anything right now, and it just slows them down a ridiculous amount. I like Michael a lot. Michael, I almost made every single game that I possibly could, because paying 1,000 to banish any card on their field is just ridiculous to me, because ABC does it better, but this is a level 7 that you can just go into because it's a synchro. Stardust, because I didn't have a second Omega. And I'm perfectly fine with that, because there were points where I could make double Omega, and my opponent saw that, they had a Dryad, and they had something to answer it. And then they didn't expect the Stardust to come down behind it, and they just kind of sat there like, oh, Omega, it's Omega. You can make Omega, make people upset, grab a card out of their hand. Sometimes the only card they can play. Scarlet, kind of Judgment Dragon, does a lot of damage, can still attack. OTKs like nuts. You can make Trish. You make Trish. Side deck. I didn't side these in ever, because I didn't see anybody running any kind of board wipes at all. I saw a few Dark Holes, that was about it. So my body is good. Torrential, just in case there was that little bit of extra hate I wanted to put on the boards, didn't really happen. Whichever one I wanted to run more of in a certain matchup, I would keep in. It was usually Breakthrough Skill, which surprised me because I expected to run into Wind Witch Invoked. I didn't run into Paleos. I had these already. I didn't run into a single Paleo all day. That was all it was there for. Infernoids, Snow, whatever other 60 cards I would have run into. Steedy Crow. Lancias for the same thing essentially, but also dinosaurs and whatever else I deemed worthy. Then I sided 1 Black Rose because I couldn't find the room for it in the actual extra deck, and it worked really well. And I was very surprised at the fact that whenever I sided it in, it usually won me the game. I was playing against one of the Chainburn players that was there. He's set 5. He could have killed me if I had 3 effect monsters on board, and then I just made Black Rose instead and blew him out because he didn't have anything to play. Other than that, it was pretty standard, and I was really happy it was my first regional.
Your first regional in Utah? Wow. I think that's pretty impressive. I think it takes more than 1 regional for a lot of people. So.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. Any final thoughts, comments? Would you play this deck again?
Yeah, and I'd change a few things about it, but nothing too crazy. But no, it would stay mostly the same. There have been people telling me that the Gozuki combo is better, but whichever. Shout outs, this guy. He's nutty. He again honor arc and all this other stuff and some ideas we were talking about. Jose Garza, the man behind the camera. He's cool. I really like him. We still
Thank
need
you.
we still need our shirts though.
Yeah.
Games King for being awesome. James King all the way over there.
There's James.
Even better. Love you, James. For being a place where we can just come, hang out, do almost whatever, constantly.
Yep. Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
And do you think you could do better with playing 2 Minervas or 1 Minerva?
Even just one Minerva.
That would just help a lot.
I'd probably keep 2 on me. I want a playset just so I can say I want a playset of Minerva. But I'd probably only play 1 to 2, and I can definitely find room in this. Against one of the people that I played, because there was 4 Minervas at this event or something, the Minerva made a huge difference, and he was one of my only losses.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you doing this deck profile for us. Hope the viewers like it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.